Hi, this is Dennis Hudson again. I wanted to share with you this very interesting case. As we were talking about in the other video, you can construct trend lines as the price evolves. Now this is the euro-dollar pair, and again remember that currency trading is very risky and that the strangest things can happen, and yet the H205 histograph is helping us to trade this. And in fact, at this moment as we speak, I'm trading this, and here's why. I've gone long at this time. What happened was I constructed a trend line from here to here and extended it to the right, and I also constructed a trend line from here over to here, and you can see that this point is related to this very tall red candle that you see up there. So it's point to point. You can't see the bend in the line that creates the point because it's a smooth flow, but that's the point for this candle right here. And I suppose I do have that off just slightly. It should actually be the trend line should actually, the upper trend line should actually be lower down at this point here. In fact, I'll fix that for you if that's bothersome. Let me see if I can do that easily here. Okay, let's okay, I want to construct it so that it's right at that point there. Let's see if we can stretch that out now. Is it at this point? Now that's exactly correct. Okay, so we have this trend line here, this trend line here, and then I was a little uncertain as to what was developing in the market, and so after constructing this green trend line here, I constructed another trend line to govern this price action that you see here, and that is drawn from here, which is this, as you can see, is this blue candle here, and I drew the line over, well actually two candles over, to this point right here. Okay, and that's this kind of a long-legged doji there, as it's called in candlestick language, and I drew that and extended that up to the right, and price, since constructing that, you can see that price has been bound back and forth between this green and this red. Now another interesting point is that this red line is making a cross to the moneymaker right here, which happens to be the current candle. Now that could mean either that price is going to bottom out here. It's definitely going to bottom out, but that last candle on the right, this one right here, this candle right here could actually go down lower, but I'm expecting it to go higher because of the general trend of H205 histograph right here. So I'm riding this, I'm in the trade, I'm ahead, oh I don't know, about 4 pips, but we're talking about trading intraday candles. Now what I'm going to do, notice where this is now, okay, how it oscillates. See, it's tipping back up. Generally it won't tip all the way up to the upper trend line, this red line, but maybe about, in an angular sense, it might go up halfway, so it might get up to about here before it turns back. But because of the way it's set up, it can tip down and touch the green line, and you'll get familiar with these principles of trading the H205. It can tip up and get parallel with the red line. That can happen, especially in this situation, because that red line is crossing the moneymaker right there, and that's a strong signal. Meanwhile, it appears I'm now ahead about 5 pips, and because my entry was right here at about 70, just about at the start of this candle, the open of this hourly candle right here. This is an hourly chart. We're trading the hourly chart. Okay, I'm going to pause this. Take note of where this is right now, this histograph, and we will look back in on it just in a few minutes. I'm going to wait and let some things develop. I want to save you bandwidth and on this, so let me get the thing up, and I'm pausing now. Okay, we're back on live. You can see at this point I'm about 7 pips ahead from my 1.4670 entry, and you can see that the histograph has tipped up somewhat from where it was. Actually, I don't know if it has. It did. There it is. It's tipped up because when I hit this top, that's when I thought we could film this. Alright, so we're it's moving, continuing to move up. It's following this sort of channel, or it's following this trend line. It can tip back down all the way to the green, and that would be a significant loss, probably as much as 7 or 8 pips. I could come down and actually be in a red position at that point. I could take the money off the table, but on the other hand, this could run, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to let it run, and I may even run right on into the next hour and see how much I can actually get out of it. Okay. There was something else I wanted to mention to you about this. Oh, you can estimate the range of height of a candle by the angle opening of your trend lines on your histograph. What I mean is, right now this candle, for example, is about, the body of it is about 7 pips, but you want to measure from the low to the high, so from 65 up to 80. That's about 15 pips.